Imagine this. It's the year 2200, and humanity's greatest cities are no longer on Earth. They float above frozen lunar plains, encased in shimmering glass domes the size of entire earthly nations. They glow under artificial starlight, powered not by oil or coal, but by AI-controlled fusion cores buried deep beneath the moon's crust. There's no atmosphere, no oceans, no weather. And yet, millions will live here, breathe here, die here. Why? Because Earth changed. We ignored the warnings. We played roulette with our planet, and by the mid-2010s, we lost. Rising seas claimed Miami. Wildfires turned Australia's skies blood red. Droughts paralyzed Mexico's agriculture. And North America's heartland became a dust bowl. We didn't go to space for glory. We went because we had no choice. Now, imagine standing on a moon boulevard, gravity pulling at just 1/6 of what you're used to, looking up at a sky with no clouds, no birds, no blue, only stars, and Earth, a fragile marble hanging in the void. This is not science fiction. This is the blueprint. By 2020, lunar cities will span miles, built into lava tubes, crater rims, and regolith-covered valleys. No steel, no concrete, just moon dust, harvested, pressurized, printed into form. 3D printed towers that heal themselves. Structures embedded with nanotech that adjust temperature, absorb radiation, and monitor seismic shifts in real time. And who builds them? Not people. Robots. Swarms of them. Coordinated by AI, laying the foundation of civilization without ever drawing a breath. Inside, life is strange. Skylines bend under artificial light. Artificial suns rise and fall on programmed schedules. Holographic weather systems simulate the seasons of Earth, because children born here will never see a real storm, or a leaf fall, or a wave crash. They'll know the moon, not the Earth, and that changes everything. Education, entirely virtual. AI tutors monitor every child's neurofeedback. Curriculum adapts in real time, and instead of recess, they explore Mars, Jupiter, and exoplanets in fully immersive sentient classrooms. Transportation, maglev pods that float silently across crater valleys. No wheels, no roads, no sound, just precision. Energy, clean, silent, limitless. Fusion-powered systems so efficient that each city produces zero waste. Closed-loop ecosystems that recycle every drop of water, every breath of air, because there's no margin for waste, no room for error. And food? Forget soil. Vertical farms suspended inside hydroponic towers. AI optimizes every calorie, every crop, every nutrient. Bananas grown beside potatoes. Kale beside strawberries. Earth's biodiversity, recreated in a sterile lunar shell. But what about government? Who runs these cities? Not presidents, not kings, not corporations. Algorithms, AI models trained on centuries of human governance. Able to predict conflict before it happens, settle disputes without bias, and distribute resources without corruption. Sounds perfect, right? But ask yourself this. What happens when AI decides humanity is the problem? What if one day a system decides a family should be relocated for efficiency, or a child shouldn't be born because of resource strain? Where's the line between order and oppression? Now here's the real twist. By 2020, some experts predict lunar-born humans will no longer be fully human. Genetic enhancements will optimize muscle, bone, and cognitive function. Some will opt to merge with AI, uploading their consciousness into quantum cores, living as post-biological entities, not people, but programs. So who will inherit the moon? Humans, hybrids, or the machines we brought with us? Still think this is science fiction? NASA, SpaceX, China, the European Space Agency, they're already testing lunar infrastructure, hydrogen fuel extraction, ice mining, regolith-based concrete, and private companies are already auctioning lunar real estate. Cities are coming, and they'll be here sooner than you think. Here's what's at stake. If we don't prepare now, we lose our future because those who control space control civilization, and those who colonize the moon write the rules for Mars, for Titan, for Alpha Centauri. So the next time you look up at the moon, don't see it as distant, see it as destiny, because the cities of 2200 won't rise from Earth. They'll rise from dust, from silence, from the void, and from the dream that humanity can still evolve beyond its own mistakes. Want to see what happens next? On Mars? Then don't miss our next video. Inside the first human cities on Mars, here's what they'll look like. Click now, because the future doesn't wait, it launches. We were never meant to stay in one world forever. The universe is not just our destination, it's our inheritance.